What's going on, my beautiful people? Welcome back to the TGODTALKS podcast, episode 2, over here where we have good vibes only. And if you ain't got good vibes, get the fuck out. So welcome to episode 2. First and foremost, I want to say thank you so much for all the love and support. This channel has evolved so much. And if you guys want to know how, what this channel started and what it's turned into this day, go to episode 1. If you haven't seen that, it'll be at the top of the description. It's going to be really hard to not mess up. I'm still a little awkward talking on camera with no edits. You guys can see the raw version of me, and I'm always moving and shit. That's going to be moving a lot too. I got a mic. I don't know if it's going to pick it up. Yeah, that's going to be moving a lot. But if you guys want to know more about this right here and what this is and, what I'm going to be doing, go to episode 1. Trust me, we covered all of it over there, and it'll be at the top of the description, like I said. But first and foremost, again, I want to say thank you. Seriously, thank you for all the love and support. I never in a million years would think that we would have this many subscribers already on the channel when I started it over. That's crazy. And then also, when it comes to over the 20 views already on that video is crazy to me. You guys really sat through. There's already comments on it. Dude, I love you guys so much, for real. I wouldn't even be doing this if it wasn't for you guys, for real. Even if it's one person, 2 people, I am going to do this for you guys. I'm going to be doing these videos as much as I can. My life is kind of crazy, and I talked about that in the first episode as well. If you guys, again, if you want to know more about that, go over there. But yeah, I guess I can say if you're new here, and let's just say this is the first episode that you're seeing and you didn't see episode 1, my name is Trey, aka T-God. A lot of people call me T-God, and that's my artist name. I do music. I do daily videos. If you guys want to see my vlog channel, it'll also be at the top of the description. And yeah, you guys will know a little bit more about me. I skateboard, and I don't really know what else to say, to be honest. But yeah, that's basically that. But welcome. I do want to say thank you. If you are new here, please subscribe, share it with your friends, like the video, and yeah, do all that YouTube-y good stuff. It really helps me out, and it helps these videos grow even more. And that's what I live for. Honestly, I would love to see more people and new faces. So in this one, I'm going to try not to do too many cuts. I don't want to just sit here being like this and not say shit, you know what I'm saying? And you guys are kind of like, this dude's a little awkward. I am awkward, okay? I'm a very awkward person, but I try to just vibe it out and stuff. I've never done videos like this ever. For those of you who don't know, I used to do vlogs and stuff like that. I don't know why I said I used to when I just told you I had a vlog channel. That's crazy. Like I said, we're going to do a lot of mess ups in this episode, but it's all good. This is the raw and uncut version of me. But yeah, no, I'm just used to doing quick videos and then stopping, thinking about what I'm going to say and then put it back on and then just make it look clean. But yeah, these are just the raw version. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just rambling, but I do want to say this though. So I got a lot that I would like to talk about, and honestly, I don't even know where to begin, but I guess we'll just hop in right now. I got a story to tell you guys. So I wasn't going to put this online. I really just didn't want to do that because I kind of felt like it's a little personal, but for those of you who don't know, I'm a very open book, and I'm very willing to tell people what's going on in my life, honestly. Obviously without going into too much detail, but I'm more or less of I'm ready to rock. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know, if I trust you, I'm gonna let you know. But obviously I'm talking to a camera, but I'm talking to you guys through a camera is what I should have said. And yeah, I'm cool with it. You guys make me comfortable. So I guess with that being said, let's hop into it. So, oh man, where do I begin? So, okay, I'm not gonna say any names because I don't want to put people's faces out there. But let's just say I got myself out of a crazy situation, and I'm really excited to share it. And I kind of want to give you guys some advice to not do this. So there was a person that I was talking to. Okay, we'll start there. So actually, no. Well, let's pull back a little bit. So I was a security guard, and I'm not going to tell you for what company, but I was a security guard for a company, and I was in a really, really bad neighborhood, and I was by myself. I had no weapons. Literally, I was given the pepper spray. I didn't even have anything. It was just a crazy time. But anyway, so I'm in the ghetto, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the hood walking around and shit, and you guys know me. I'm playing Pokemon on my phone. I don't give a shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of looking around, doing my thing, doing my job, of course. But, I was just kind of in deep thought. And at this time, I actually was filming on the vlog channel, and you can kind of see what I had to go through. So again, if you guys want to go see that crazy ass times, it's older in my videos, but if you dig deep into my videos, you'll be able to see it. It was over a year ago, and yeah, it was just crazy. But again, like I said, enough plugging here, but it's at the top of the description, my vlog channel. All right. I met somebody down there, okay? I met somebody in this hood area, and I was not expecting to like get deep and connected with this person, right? So I'm trying to be careful what I say here, but let's just say feelings became really, really deep, right? And that person had a significant other already, and it was very complicated. Like, she had a whole another person in her life, and I really should have noticed it in the beginning. My friends were kind of like, bro, that's a red flag. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, why are you messing with this chick? Like, don't do that, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, but dude, she's really cool. And like, I was just really, I always had something to say. I was very just against what they were saying. And I really should have paid attention, to be honest, because like the red flags are all there and I really should have seen it. But I guess it is what it is. Everything's a living experience. So fast forward, we ended up talking. We exchanged numbers. We got the Snapchat. We did the Instagram. We did all that good stuff, right? We got all the social medias and everything. We started talking more, and then more and more became like real close, if you know what I mean. Like, things became a little sexual. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna say into detail of what went down, but let's just say things have went down. And she was still seeing that significant other. And it just became a little complicated. And I kind of brought it up, but she insisted that they were not together. And with me being a security guard, I kind of noticed that they weren't together because I had to pay attention to their apartment, because obviously this is an apartment, is what I'm talking about. But anyway, so I had to pay attention to their unit because, you know, let's just say the significant other that she was with was very abusive, physically and mentally. And that was something that I really didn't want to get myself involved with, but I kind of felt like I needed to be there for this woman because she really had nobody, right? And I cared about her a lot, I'm gonna be honest. And I still do to this day, and we don't talk anymore, but we'll get to that. But basically, you know, I just wanted the best for her. So I wanted to be there for her because I have a big heart. And that's just kind of the type of person that I am. Like, if you are going through some crazy ass time, I'm gonna be there for you. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's crazy how this episode's already getting deep. Holy shit. Okay. All right, my bad. I had to make sure that it was filming and everything because, like I said, I don't want to be doing these videos for so long, talking to the camera, and then the camera pauses or the mic dies or some crazy shit. So we're good, though. So basically, what I was saying, though, is I just have a big heart, and I'm going to be there for anybody that's going through any type of struggle in their life, even if it's relationship-wise or it's just hardships or depression, whatever you're going through. Like, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that person. So with that being said, yeah, I was there for her, and we just became even closer, to be honest. And it was great. I honestly thought that we were going to start a relationship. And in the beginning, it was great because there was no like complications when it came to me and her, right? But this is the thing that gets kind of weird, though, because shortly after, let's just say I ended up getting fired as a security guard. I don't want to get too in depth with that, but basically how I got fired is there was a person that was complaining about her and her people that are in that unit and them walking around and stuff like that upstairs. And he was downstairs, and he was a person that had worked for the company as well. And I guess like he was doing some shady stuff with like selling drugs to people and all types of shit. It was crazy as hell. I don't want to get too deep with that, but basically he was just like the quote unquote neighborhood watch or neighborhood snitch, I should say. But yeah, we ain't gonna get into all that. But basically he, you know, he's seen, like, I guess he's seen me up there, and he was talking to the people in the office and telling, you know, that I'm not doing my job. Like, it's just a bunch of bullshit, right? And let's just say, okay, so I'm trying to be careful what I say right now, but let's just say me and him almost got into like an altercation, and there was some like exchange with words and shit like that. And yeah, the rest is history. We ended up losing that job, but it's all good. I should have fought him, but it's fine. We ain't gonna talk about that. Anyway, so basically the person that I was talking to, right? Okay, so she was just like she was really cool, right? And then all of a sudden the vibe just switched out of nowhere. Like some crazy ass situation before I lost the job went down. I guess they like got into a fist fight and everything was crazy, and I didn't get there in time. But I got there when the police showed up, and then her significant other got, or the ex, I don't even know, they got, arrested, and, she was just there. And I was like, oh man, like, what do I do? You know what I'm saying? Like maybe she could get out of that situation if she just like lives with me. And I know that sounds crazy, but I thought about that and I was like, man, maybe she could just come with me, because at this point it had been a long time with us talking and stuff, because I had that job for a while and everything was cool. But then I was like, nah, it's a little too soon. Like, that's weird. I don't really know her like that. Like, we only really talked and like done sexual stuff and things like that. So let me not get too deep with that. You feel me? So luckily I didn't hop on it, fast. So basically, yeah, I guess the rest is history. Like, me and her were just talking all the time. It was just super, like, it's just super complicated. It became complicated. I know I'm kind of jumbling my words because I got to be really careful what I say, because, I just don't want to put a lot of information out there, I guess. But anyway, I guess after that situation, she ended up going with a friend, and then that friend, it didn't work out, and then I ended up, like I said, lost the job. And then after that, it became really difficult to pay for the rent that I was at, so I ended up having to move to Georgia. It just, all that shit's like real fast, right? But anyway, so I'm in Georgia now. We're still talking, and but there was a time, I guess, let's just start here, right? There was a time that we didn't really talk for like 3 or 4 months, like nothing. And she never really had a phone. She had to use her kid's phone. Now, I didn't want to say that she had kids, but I guess I kind of have to now. She had kids. She had 3. And she had to use her kid's phone. And it just became really complicated. Like, yes, I ended up moving across the country, but we weren't really like talking at all. So it was a little weird when we started talking again, but it was almost like we clicked immediately. It was like insane, right? I don't want to say like weird, but I don't want to say it was weird. It was just more or less of like, it kind of made me be like, damn, like it kind of like paused me a little bit, because it was like instantly the vibe was like back to normal, how we were when we first started. And I was like, man, like low key, like this chick might be like the one, right? Because like you talking to somebody and then you stop talking to them for like a month or 2 or whatever, and then all of a sudden you just come back and they cool with you, and then like the vibes just back to normal. Like, low key, that's pretty fire. You don't really hear that much. So I was like, yo, like, shit, man, like this is great, right? Because I had just got out of a relationship of like 3.5 years. It was low-key a long relationship. To some of you are probably like 3.5 years isn't that long. Well, to me, that's a long time. But anyway, we'll talk about that in another episode. But basically, this we just got to the point to where like she was calling me crying. There'd be times that we were playing phone tag that she would call 100 times because the phone that she was using was so ghetto. And it's like, like, I try not to laugh low key, but it's just like, I'm not laughing at her, but I'm just laughing at the times, because I'm like, damn, like how frustrated I would get with the phone, because like literally she would call me like so many times and I couldn't answer it, or like I would answer it, but she would like not say anything. It would just be silent on the phone, and I couldn't call her back because she called me on a blocked number all the time. Now, I know this is another red flag that my homies told me, like, why is she using her kid's phone? Why is she talking on a blocked number? Like, it's just so many things, right? But I didn't listen to the homies. I was like, man, fuck that. I want to talk to this girl. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's because I've been lonely. I'm a very lonely person. I live by myself, and it's just, when it comes to somebody, like, I guess, giving me the attention, not to sound like that sounds crazy. It ain't like that. But I'm just saying, it's like, it just feels nice to have somebody to talk to, right? So obviously I was like trying to pursue it still. I was like, yeah, like I'll be back. I'm going to be coming back soon, blah, blah, blah. And out there, I didn't have a car when I first moved out there. I talked about that in the first episode. But yeah, like, so I ended up getting a car and things like that. You guys kind of know if you've seen the first episode. But I guess for those of you who haven't seen the first episode, yeah, I ended up getting a car out there, and then I drove the car from Georgia to Vegas, and now the rest is history. But basically, yeah, like we were talking the entire time, and then like she would call, and then like she knew that I was driving here, and like, I'm trying to like fast forward because this story is like really long. I could low-key go into like crazy detail, but I don't want to bore you guys to death because I got more shit that I want to talk about. But basically, I guess we'll start here again. So I ended up leaving Georgia and coming back to Vegas, and then this is when we reunited. Like we kind of already reunited like from a distance. We were talking and like, just really being in deep, like it literally felt like a relationship. Now we talked for an entire year straight. This is how long, like I've skipped a lot of shit, but we talked for an entire year straight, and it talking like love you, like shit like that, like deep. It was low key like she was my girl from a distance, and I didn't like that feeling. So things were really complicated throughout that entire year. Again, I'm not going to get into depth with it because that shit's boring as hell, but let's just say it was a weird situation. So I ended up coming back, ended up getting myself into an apartment, and then she's still going through these crazy times with, her significant other and stuff. And obviously that significant other had ended up getting out of jail. They ended up going back. Like it's just a weird time, right? And they ended up leaving the apartments that they were at down there because they ended up getting kicked out because of that night. And they ended up going into another apartment, like down the street. And it just, like I said, I skipped over a lot of shit because all that stuff is like pretty much irrelevant, but pretty much like they were together, I guess, or not together. I don't know that situation low key, but well, I do, but again, I don't want to bore y'all, but yeah. So she would call me all the time when I got back. Like you could tell that she was a little different though. Like the vibe just like it was there, but it wasn't. It felt a little off. And I was like, okay, well maybe it's just because, she hadn't seen me in a while. Like she hadn't seen me probably because I went to Georgia. I wasn't there that long. I was low-key only there for like 4 or 5 months, I think. Like, so it had been like, I guess that's a pretty decent amount of time not seeing somebody, but we would talk though throughout those months. So I don't know, like, because even when I was out here, we'd never really hung out. The only time we hung out in the beginning is when I was the security guard. And then, after I ended up getting fired and stuff like that, it was a few, like, I think it was like maybe a month or two, and then I ended up going to Georgia. But even within that little time frame, like we didn't really hang out. So we only talked on the phone. Like I said, this relationship was pretty much like a long distance relationship, and I don't do those. You know what I'm saying? Like I need that intimacy and that in-person type of vibe. You feel what I'm trying to tell you? So fast forward a little bit, I ended up, like I said, I came back out here, and she still was calling me and talking about her like current situations. Like she would call me crying. She has a lot of health issues. And again, I don't want to put information out there like that, but she was in and out of the hospital. Not going to tell you why, but let's just say she has a lot of like health issues. And that's the thing that like, in that type of environment and that stress obviously isn't good for you. So it was making her health even worse. And then I felt even more worse because I'm like, yo, like get out of this situation. And like me and her were getting in like yelling and cussing like type of situations because I'm like, yo, like you're not listening. Like, but I wasn't trying to be like her, person that she was with. I just was really like stressed out for her, and it was stressing me out because she was like making excuses to why she can't leave to come over to me. And I was just basically trying to get her to come over with me because this is chill as hell. Like I'm not, like we're not going to fight. But obviously, I mean, that was kind of a red flag already. Like me and her are already arguing and we weren't even together. And that was the thing that was like messing me up the most because I'm not really an aggressive person. I've never been an aggressive person. I guess I'm only aggressive when I need to be. But yeah, some of the homies are probably shaking their heads right now. But listen, homie, okay, look, listen, listen, all right? Only when it's necessary. So basically, yeah, so it was just a weird situation because me and her never, like, we didn't have that connection to where, like, I felt like we didn't have that, like, trust yet, you know what I mean? And I was trying to build that trust from a distance, and obviously you can't really build trust from a distance. You have to be with that person physically to have that trust, right? So it was more or less of, like, just an awkward-ass situation. So I was like, all right, I guess now what do? I need to just take initiative and really just pull back because obviously she wants to stay in her situation. That's kind of how I became. I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm just tired of trying. Now, with that being said, she came to me even more. And I was like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. She's the type of person where she needs guidance. And I mean that respectfully. I don't know if she's watching these still. Like I said, we don't really talk anymore. But if she's watching this, listen. No hate, girl. No hate. I'm just saying. Anyway, I ended up giving like I guess giving off that vibe of like, yo, you're going to be okay. So I guess fast forward, here is when things get real gnarly. So on July 4th, this is very recently, we ended up hanging out. And it was nice. Like, it was great. We got to kick it, watch the, I'm not going to tell you the details, but we got to watch the fireworks. It was a great time. It was a good time, seriously. And, all her kids were somewhere else. And, I was like, yo, like, this is a perfect time. I guess her, like, because at this point she had been broken up with her significant other, her ex, but she was still living with her ex. And I was like, yo, low key, you can leave them if you want to. It's basically what I had like told her. And she was like, yeah, you know what? I think it's time. I feel like I really am ready. And I was like, okay, bet. Like, let's do it, right? So that was my 4th of July. Like, we ended up coming to an agreement in person. It was like real, right? Like, it felt so real and the connection was there. And I know you guys are probably like, you're leaving out so much. I'm so confused. Basically, we like rekindled when I came back here. We, excuse me, at first it was nice. It was a little different, like I said, but then it became nice the more the days went on of me talking from a distance. I had pretty much for this entire year been used to talking to her distantly. And, yeah, but anyway, like I said, so that's kind of, if that cleared that up. But pretty much, yeah, she was down. So I was like, fuck it. So we ended up driving over to her place and grabbed all of her stuff. This is when things became a little complicated, and this was a red flag that I should have known. All of her kids are basically independent, and they do what they do. I'm not going to tell you their ages and stuff, but they basically do what they do. And yeah, her kids came back out of nowhere, all of them. And it was very, she has 3 kids. So all of her kids came back like rapidly. And I was like, oh, this is weird. So the first one, let's just say the middle child, came back and she was with her. Okay, so she has 3 daughters. I'm trying not to say too much, but fuck it, I have to, So she has 3 daughters, and the middle child came through with her boyfriend, and we went through all their stuff, basically. Like, we packed all this stuff. It took 2 trips to get all of their stuff from their apartment to mine. And I was not expecting the daughters to come to the apartment too. It was more or less of, I thought they were there just to help us move, right? So I ended up dropping them off somewhere after the fact, and then it was just me and her when we came back to the apartment. It was just it was me and her kind of vibing, and it was cool. Like, for the first like 2 days, it was just 2 days of me and her. And then like through the weekend, this was on a Friday, Friday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So 3 days. So yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it was just me and her. And then come Monday, all the kids came back because they knew that their mother was like, okay, right? They wanted to see the new place and things like that. So I'm like, okay, maybe they just want to come and kick it. No, they wanted to move. So naturally, this was kind of a scary thing for me because I'm like, there's going to be 4 women in my apartment and I don't even know them at all. It was a very awkward situation. So I'm a very clean person. I don't know if you guys could tell. I mean, this is really all you see, but my apartment is like immaculate. Everything has to be clean. Everything's dusted. Everything. Like, I have very like OCD when it comes to like cleaning and stuff. And I know people are probably like, oh, like, I don't, OCD people are crazy. Woo. Okay, look, it's not that. Okay, it is pretty crazy, low key. I was going to sit here and say it's not, but listen, I would rather be clean than dirty and have bugs and shit like that. Like, ugh, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? These apartments that I live in, I'm going to be real with you, they're known for roaches. There ain't no roaches in this apartment. I promise you that. You come in here and try to find me a roach. Go ahead. This shit. So basically, it was a little weird, right? So I ended up getting them, and yeah, I had to go pick them all up. I brought them back, and day 1 was hell. And I'm talking hell, right? This entire room that we're in right now was not like this. This was their room. I gave it to them, and they immediately started like decking it out of what they wanted to do. And I was like kind of happy for them at first, but it became a yelling bitch match between all of the kids and her. I don't want, like I said, I don't want to say any names, but it was crazy. Day 1, literally it was like 2, 3 in the morning, like it is right now. And there was cussing and screaming and throwing shit. And it was bad. And I had to step in and be like, yo, you guys gotta chill out. Like, it's not that deep. Like, calm down. And it was making me mad. And I was like, oh no, this is not gonna work. That first day, I knew it wasn't gonna work. And I was like, damn, like, what do I do now? Like, I can't just kick them out in the street. Like, what the fuck do I do? They don't have anywhere to go. Now I'm stuck. Then I was thinking about, like, you guys. I was thinking about, like, how am I going to film the podcast? Because I was literally thinking about this podcast and, like, what we're doing now. And I was like, I can't do that in the room. Like, what do I do now? I don't have this room anymore. Now, if you guys didn't see the episode 1, I know I'm talking about it a lot this episode, but I talked about in detail of, like, what happened to all of my stuff. Obviously, I don't have anything anymore. All my stuff got stolen. That's the faster version of it. And yeah, so I don't have any video games, and like I literally have nothing, right? So this was going to be like the game room / studio, because I do music, and like, you know, film room, just whatever, right? This was going to be the vibe. So obviously when I lost that, putting everybody in this room, it kind of made me depressed. And I was like, damn, like, what do I do? So this is kind of crazy, but I pretty much just said, fuck it. Like, we're going to ride and see what happens. So 1, 2, 3. I think a week goes by. I think I let them stay for like, no, I don't know. Was it a week? I think it was, no, because it was Monday and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I think it was like Friday. So I guess maybe, I guess we can call it a week. So yeah, they came through Monday, and then by Friday, I had all of their stuff out of my apartment and put into another apartment somewhere. I ended up taking them back because every day was hell. They were not respecting like anything that I like tried to tell them, like, hey, can you like not do this? Or hey, like, you know, this to this. And then like, it was just very awkward. Right. And, you know, me and her were fighting so much because I guess she was stressed out about her kids or something. Like, I don't even know. It was a really bad situation. Now, I'm not talking like physically fighting and shit like that. No, it was just a lot of verbal shit that was like getting yelled and cussed at, and people getting angry for no reason. It was just a weird situation. I was like not expecting that at all whatsoever, because I'm a really chill person. All I do is this, work, skate, eat, gym, and fucking watch anime. That's it. Like, and cook and shit. Like, literally, like, and shower. Like, I don't do anything. I literally don't do shit. So it's like, it was very strange to me. It was a very weird environment. But basically, with that being said, yeah, like, I ended up doing that. And it took about 3 trips, because this time I guess they accumulated more stuff, which was very weird to me. But it took 3 trips to get them over to where they were. It was basically down the street from where they originally were. And it was just a weird situation. She obviously didn't go back to her ex. I don't actually know what she's done from here, because after that, obviously, she blocked me, and like, I didn't block her or anything, because I don't hold grudges, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just didn't work out. I'm not going to block you though, whatever, that's just me. But yeah, so we are not talking anymore. That was it. Like, literally, that's it. She just is doing her thing. I have no idea. I hope the best for her, and I hope the best for her kids, and I hope everything goes well and they're safe. I mean, honestly, like, I didn't kick them out in bad intentions. I just told them that they had to leave. So I basically kicked them out, but respectfully, right? It was no, there, like, when that happened, there was no yelling, no cussing. It was like real chill, to be honest. Like, they were just like, okay, like, we understand type shit. And they weren't mad at all. Like, like I said, they ended up going to an apartment with a friend that they know, and the apartment was pretty nice. So obviously I feel like they're okay. And yeah, like I said, I don't really hold any grudges, and I hope the best for them. And if either of them are watching this, just know that it's all love. I hope you guys are okay. I hope you guys are safe. And I know that, you know, it didn't work out here, and it does suck, but just know that, hey, sometimes in life things don't work out, but sometimes you got to change the environment completely to better yourself for the next journey, I guess. I don't even know if that made sense, but pretty much just, yeah. So that's pretty much it, guys. Like, that was the story. It was a very crazy time, and I didn't want to put this on the pod, but I was like, man, you know what? Like, let me just tell them what's up, because I feel like, you know, they need to know a little bit more of what's going on. And yeah, so that was kind of a whole situation that I was dealing with, and that's why I wasn't filming as much, because obviously I couldn't really film, and I was dealing with all that every single day on the phone, and like the phone tag and stuff like that. And I would just be so irritated and angry that I didn't even want to pick up the camera, right? And I know that's not an excuse, but sometimes life be throwing you curveballs and you got to catch the curveball or let it hit you, right? I said that in the first episode and it's the truth. So, I basically caught the curveball and I threw that motherfucker back. Like, I'm going to be real with you. So, not to be like cocky and shit like that, but, I'm kind of thankful that I got that situation handled, to be honest, because I had no idea what that was going to be. That was insane. And it was not even that long. Like, can you imagine if they were still here? Like, who knows what would go down? Like, literally day one, I was like, oh no, like, it was just crazy. But anyway, that's enough with that. I feel like I'm done talking about that situation. Some other things that I want to talk about, basically, I just want to say again, thank you. Like, thank you guys. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to just sit in front of this camera and like talk. Like, I know that it's super late right now. I don't know when you're watching this, but how I'm filming this right now is like 3 or 4 in the morning. I'm super tired. I just got off work doing DoorDash and shit. If you guys want to see more of that side of me as well, go to my vlog channel. Like I said, my vlog channel is at the top of the description. I said that I wasn't going to talk about it, but I'm talking about it a lot. But yeah, it's just, man, like the stuff that I have planned is crazy. If you guys want to know more about this skateboard, I said that earlier in this episode, I think I'm going to be doing a lot with this right here, which I'm not going to talk about yet. But I just got a lot of stuff planned. In fact, I will talk about it. Fuck it. I am going to make merch. I want to have shirts. I want to have cups. I want to have plates. I want to have fucking pants, beanies, boards. Like, I want to have so much. And if you guys probably don't know this, but some of the OG viewers, if you guys are watching, you guys know that I'm always saying you ain't ready. Let's just say I gave you a little hint of what my slogan is. You know what I'm saying? You ain't ready. Trust me, it's going to be fire. So pretty much the other things that I want to talk about, because I feel like that's just been this entire episode of me telling this story. I don't really have any much else to say. I mean, I guess the only other thing that I could say, we can get more in deep with like life. I know that there are some people who are watching. I'm not going to like mention their names, but just know 110% I got your back. I know that you're going through a lot. And I just kind of want to say this to everybody, right? If you're going through a lot in life and like kind of how I was going through with my situation and shit like that, just take it a little slower, right? Like, don't do what I did and just jump the gun because you have a good heart. Like, honestly, if you have a good heart, people could take that, take advantage of you. And you don't want to get taken advantage of, especially not nowadays. Like, it ain't like how it used to be, right? So just be careful and be cautious when it comes to life. Like, any situation that you're going through, just pull back a little bit and just breathe, right? Just analyze it from a bigger perspective and just slow down a little bit. Just see the problem. Try to look at little things in the problem, like just try to nitpick it, right? Be like, okay, well, this is what's going on. This is why it's going on. This is going on. This is how we can change it. Like shit like that, right? Do that and it'll make your like current situation a lot easier. And how I do it with that situation, I pulled myself back from the entire situation, even when all that shit was going down. And I looked at it before I made the decision of, okay, they need to go. I looked at it at a bigger picture and I was like, okay, you know what? Obviously, they're bickering a lot because they were in the room here. And I didn't really say much and it wasn't a yelling, cussing match every night, but they were definitely bickering a lot. And I thought about that. Okay, so I picked that. They were bickering. And then I was like, okay, if they start screaming again, I don't like that. They're going to have to go. So then I said that. And then I started thinking about like, okay, they're not really that clean. I'm a very clean person. That's going to be an issue, but we can get past that. I was trying to like find the best scenario out of everything to work out for everybody, but obviously it didn't really work out in the end, but it's all good. Like I said, I pretty much was just nitpicking at little things and just looking at things of like, okay, yeah, this is wrong. This is wrong. Okay, this could be right. This could be right. This could be okay. This is good, whatever. Woo. And then I just made the decision and my situation changed. So, and it made it better for myself because I'm more focused now. And honestly, when they were around, I was kind of slacking with work too. And it just, it just became real stressful. And it just, like I said, whatever you're going through, just do that. And maybe it'll help you a little bit, right? And if you are the type of person that don't, you don't like to look at the whole situation and you don't know how, I guess, to look at the whole situation, it's super simple. Whatever you're going through, figure out why you're so stressed out. And then like really think about that and be like, damn, like, why am I so stressed out? Why am I stressed out? What is making me so upset? Blah, blah, blah. And really try to find that out and then go from there. And like I said, that kind of helps me with life. So I hope that helps whoever's going through something, and just know that you're not alone. I also want to say that I am always a message away. Let's just throw it that way. If you guys have anything that is going on and you don't want to talk about it personally, be like, yo, T-God, can we talk? Or whatever. Just throw it in the comments. Or like, you don't have to throw your story in the comments. Or if you're open to talk about your story, throw it in the comments, and maybe other people will like chime in and be like, hey, like, this is what you could do. Or like, hey, you're good. Like, this is a family, right? But just know that you can message me. Just no promises that I'm going to get to every message, because I do get a lot of messages, but just know that I'm here for you. And I'm going to try my best to give like the best advice that I can through these videos. And just if I see you in the street, I'm going to be like, what up? Like, if you see me, approach me, say what's up. And even if you need to talk in person, it could be like random as hell. If I never met you and be like, hey, like, dude, can you give me some advice? I got you. Like 110%. Like, no matter where we at, I got you. And also, that's another thing that I say. If you want to know, I feel like this whole podcast has just been nothing but plugs. But yeah, I always say 110%. Never go 100%. Never go 90%, 100%. Always go 110%. Give that 10% extra, right? Or that 100% extra. I just don't like saying 100, because it's like you should always go 110%. Always give it your absolute best until you cannot physically, mentally do it anymore. And that's why I always go by persistence. Hopefully this is the arm. It is the arm. Never give up. 110%, never give up. Just never give up. Just don't throw in the towel, all right? You know what I'm saying? We're too young to throw in the towel and shit. Just that life moves on. Whatever you're going through right now, for real, like, take my story, right? Like, what I went through, it's been a little bit now. I think it's been a few weeks since that happened, and I'm already feeling better, and I pray that they're better as well. And this doesn't mean that I'm careless or heartless and shit, because I didn't throw them in the street. But what I'm trying to tell you is I feel better because I've healed from that time, because the time happened already. Yes, they're always going to be in my mental and like always be in my mind. And I'm going to be thinking like, okay, well, like, hope they're good. But I'm not going to be just thinking about that only, because I have stuff that I got to do in my life, right? So what you're going through, don't let that just overload your mind, right? Don't let that happen. You have to move forward. You have to bask in a moment to better yourself for the future. Remember that, 110. All right, guys, I think I've talked a little too much in this video. I don't even know how long this one is. Yeah, this one was kind of like random. I just was randomly talking about life things and stories and stuff like that. But yeah, this was kind of like just a chill vibe, right? This one was like, I just wanted to tell you a little story and just kind of hop on here and let you guys know that I'm good. And I'm going to try to pump out these videos as much as possible. And I promise you, these podcasts are not just going to be me sitting on this couch talking just the entire time by myself. We are going to have guests, but obviously everybody has a life to live. And whenever they are free, they can come through. I kind of have an open schedule. I'm constantly like, I work for myself and stuff like that, but I can stop whenever I want. But a lot of people have like other 9-to-5s that they go to, or just they don't feel like filming. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just trust me. If you guys trust me, which I know you do, because you guys always show love, just know that there are going to be some guests very, very soon. And I'm very excited to actually film with these guests. And I'm not going to say their names, obviously, but let's just say it's going to be a very interesting time, because I have a lot of things that we're going to be talking about that it's going to be real juicy. Like I said, we're going to have some juicy vibes on this podcast. I'm excited. So anyway, I love you guys so much. Again, I know the plugging for myself is so annoying, but just hear me out. If you guys want to see more of my lifestyle and what I do besides doing these videos, go over to my vlog channel. Like I said, it's at the top of the description, TGOD Vlogs. And if you guys want to know more about my music, I'll talk about it on these podcasts. But also, if you want to know more in depth with it and stuff like that, you can go over to my Instagram. If you guys want to check out my Instagram, just click the link. All my links, if you click that, whatever it says, brand something, if you click that link in the description, it has all my links to everything. So if you guys want to go check me out everywhere, just know that I'm pretty active on pretty much everything, except YouTube, which I'm trying to get better. Just trust me, we're getting better with this. But yeah, if you guys want to know, I guess, more me on like a personal level with the gym and stuff like that, just, yeah, go follow me over there, and I'd really appreciate it. And share with your friends, because the bigger we get, the stronger our family becomes. Because honestly, I kind of am coming up with a name for our family that we got going on right now. I don't really know. I was gonna say like maybe the God family, or the Gods, or like, you know, the I don't want to say the X family. I don't know, just something, right? Just like T-God, just something that we can come up with for like a family name. So if you guys actually have any ideas, drop them in the comments below. And also, I do want to say this, because hey, there are some people that actually do this, so I appreciate y'all. If you made it this far, I want you guys to comment a rose emoji, because I love roses. Roses are my favorite flower. And rest in peace to my grandpa, aka my papa. That was his favorite rose. Favorite rose is crazy. Favorite flower, which is right here. Sorry, I had to remember where it was. But yeah, roses are literally my favorite. They're everywhere. And I was actually thinking about getting one on my neck soon. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, I love you guys so much. Again, I'm rambling. I just get really excited and giddy when I talk, because I'm just, I don't know, I get real deep with this, and I'm like, just, I don't know. The video stopped, but basically what I said is because we ran out of space, but it's all good, so I'm going to make it fast. I was saying that I was thinking about putting a rose on my neck, but I don't really know yet. But anyway, like I said, I love you guys so much. I'm sorry to kind of cut the episode real fast at the end and stuff. I just don't want the video to stop. But anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you for showing just the care and just all the love that you guys show me. Like, seriously, thank you guys so much. And drop that rose in the comments. And I will see you guys in the next video, in the next episode. And hopefully, fingers crossed, in the next episode, we can have one of the guests. But if not, don't trip. We still gonna keep making these videos. I love you guys so much. Peace.